Because holding somebody down is a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? It could be real. Not every individual you're going to meet is going to be ready for you in the time frame that you meet them. And you can stick by their side through that until, you know what I'm saying, things get better. That's a beautiful thing. That's a real possibility. Who you choose to do it with, though, that's where you got to do better at. That matters way more, in my opinion. Young Thug was on some interviews and it ended up getting worse. Don't know how that could happen, but I've been seeing some things circulate online, but most of it has been comedy driven from what I've seen. I've seen jokes. I haven't seen anything like serious, you know, but like, or maybe not anything serious. I haven't seen anybody taking it serious. Maybe that's more so what I mean, but let's figure it out. Let's see what's happening.
But the devil works hard, but Young Thug enemies work harder, bro. Like Young Thug did this 2-hour plus interview spewing out his feelings, breaking everything down. And within hours of that interview dropping, Young Thug enemies already had another plan to destroy his life some more. And it's gotten to a point where Young Thug has completely submitted defeat. He's conceded, and he is begging for it to stop. He can't take no more.
What
the
happened?
Leaked jail calls have been the biggest source of misery for Thug as of lately. So during this interview with Big Bang, he tried to offer up some type of anecdote explanation for exactly why he was saying the things he said about people while on the phone. Because from Thug's perspective, he doesn't know how much more of these calls they got. Because Thug was in jail for 3 years. So they theoretically got 3 years worth of calls where Thug is gossiping and talking trash about various people. So Thug tells Bank,
dang, okay, I guess that makes more sense. You know, I needed that context. Let me tell you why I needed that context. I needed that context because in my mind this whole entire time, I was like, how long was Thug in jail to be saying all of these things that he's saying? But 3 years? 3 years, I might talk about somebody crazy 1 or 2 times, bro. Like, that's just too much time to let your thoughts boil over. Like, you ever had like an argument and then you take a shower about it? You know what I'm saying? And then you're like, I should have said this, I should have said that. I feel like that's what prison is, times 20. And then it's not arguments, it's just life though. Instead of arguments, it's life. And I feel like that's, okay, that makes more sense to why he's been saying everything.
The reason why that he was talking about these people and doing the things he were doing is because of this.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, son. Like coming out of jail, and we're like, man, what the f is this nigga doing, bro? Like it's like you ain't learn your lesson, and all this shit going on, hearing these calls, talking on the phone. Like, what the hell wrong with this nigga? Like, you know, nigga, I know you was in there praying, right? Absolutely. Like it's like, do you not understand your prayers got answered?
Yeah, you understand that, but you also listening to people tell you like, well, you the wizard. You ain't going to prison. And then you gotta understand, man, I was in jail 3 years, bro. Like I was praying 3 whole years. At some point, I started thinking like the prayers ain't working. You gotta understand that too. Like I'm going through shit every day. I'm looking at my best friend, them do what they do. I'm looking at this, I'm looking at certain shit. And it's making me feel how I'm feeling. Like, I ain't never been a nigga to pillow talk. I ain't never been a nigga to talk about nobody else in my life on the phone with nobody else. I've never been that type of nigga. I've been, these last few days, I've been sitting around like, what the f was I thinking? Like, what I was doing?
When you said you were saying that.
I think I was just so f***ed up and I just felt like it was just over.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. This is not even to cut him slack, but I'm not gonna lie. I could get how if you thought it was cooked and this was just gonna be the rest of your life, whenever you hop on that phone with me, I'm gonna have something to say. I would have something to say. It might not be about other people, but I don't necessarily consider myself like a yapper unless I know you. Like, I have to be cool with you to like really want to talk to you the whole entire time you're like next to me. You could have put a random dude off the street on the phone if I was like in prison for 3 years, and I probably had some story times to give him. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I was locked up, which is why I was doing or saying the things I was saying.
But that's also why I wouldn't get locked up.
To me, is a way of dodging accountability. You're not really taking responsibility for what you did or
Facts.
truly reflecting how you understand how messed up what you did was. It's, man, I was locked up, man. Man, come on, man. Y'all don't expect for me to gossip while locked up, man? That's not accountability, right? That's you making excuses and you know, deflecting, right? Because regardless of being locked up, I've never been locked up, so I can't speak for being locked up. Maybe y'all can. But I can't imagine the circumstance that will put me in a mindset where I'm talking trash about people that I've built meaningful relationships with. During the
Oh, that's not what I was saying. I was not saying talk trash at all. That's not what I was saying. Dang, I didn't know that's what they were alluding to.
interview, Thug also said, hey, bro, me and the people who I was talking about on those jail calls that got leaked, me and them are still cool. We all still locked and we all still brothers because they understand the situation. They understand what was going on. Villain, that to me was a mistake.
Who did he talk about? I thought he talked about Mariah. I heard him talk about Wham, baby. And then I heard him talk about Gunna. I haven't heard nothing else. Who is the other people?
Because the people who are releasing these jail calls, they're releasing it because obviously they want you to suffer. They want you to face consequences. They want to ruin those relationships. So once you announce that those relationships are still intact, that now makes those people go to work even harder, right? Because probably if they thought those relationships were done, they probably thought, okay, we can rest now. He's finished. But once you let them know, hey, bro, we still good. It's still intact. Now they're going looking and digging further for more stuff, right? And that's what happened. Because after this interview, after Young Thug revealed his relationships are still intact, they dropped a bomb that destroyed quite possibly the most important relationship in Young Thug's life right now, which is with Mariah the Scientist, his girl who held him down for years. Yeah, this is what I saw. While his best friends turned on him. Mariah is already looking dumb for holding Thug down while she's receiving backlash for being linked to Thug because she was on the phone call when Young Thug called Glorilla ugly. Now, all the women, her fan base is turning on her. Now, her career is looking like it's on a decline because she's linked to Thug. So when you release a jail call of Young Thug telling another girl, this random Instagram model, that he wants to get married and get her pregnant when he come home, as Mariah the Scientist, is almost impossible to go back to Young Thug and still have a clean face card. Because if you go back to Young Thug after that jail call leak, while you're receiving backlash and essentially having your career ruined by being linked to him,
right?
It's almost, you can't even show your face in public no more. Like, you would be just filled with embarrassment.
You know, but like I always say though, I feel like not only one, the things that got leaked on the phone with Thug and Mariah, it wasn't anything that they haven't experienced already before. So Mariah knew Thug was completely like capable of doing what he ended up doing on the jail calls. I just feel like I said, I think I said this in a different video. I don't think the act of holding somebody down should be looked down upon, should be shunned. I think it's a great thing to be able to hold an individual down. The thing that people get wrong though is they'll attack the identity of holding somebody down when they should attack the discernment about the individuals you're holding down. That's where people need to start attacking, because now they're gonna get online about Mariah for holding down, and then there's gonna be a whole subsection of a community of people, women and men alike, being like, this is why you should never hold somebody down. That's not the conclusion that you should have got to. It should be, this is why you should have better discernment on who you choose to hold down if you do. Because holding somebody down is a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? It could be real. Not every individual you're gonna meet is gonna be ready for you in the time frame that you meet them. And you can stick by their side through that until, you know what I'm saying, things get better. That's a beautiful thing. That's a real possibility. Who you choose to do it with though, that's where you gotta do better at. That matters way more in my opinion.
Hello.
Sandwich, what you doing?
Nothing laid down. Well, how you can
You at home?
Yeah, I'm at home.
What's up with you, baby? I miss your pen.
I don't know. I wasn't expecting your call.
This is not Mariah. This is his.
My heart is beating fast right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy that I make you feel like that for sure.
I should not be hearing these, bro. Actually, we already listened to this, so I am gonna skip a little bit ahead. Wow.
Like, rappers is on her. Like, they at her.
Yeah.
And she been holding it down, ain't really been linked to nobody at all, holding you down. And she got to look on the internet to see you telling this random chick you trying to get her pregnant. Oh, nah, come on, bro.
Yeah, the kids thing.
That's dirty. Like, that's nasty. To me, this was the audio right here that really affected Thug the most. Because I feel like Thug, while in jail, he got to a point where he realized, man, that the homies, the friends, the breaders, the gang, the slums, right? He realized at some point, bro, he can't really trust none of them, right? That friends or his brothers, they're a rotating door, and you really don't know what they're going to do unless that time comes, right? Like, you really don't know how loyal or how much you could trust them until it's time to be loyal and trust them. But with Mariah, he never really had a reason not to trust her. She's always been like that stable force in his life. Them leaking that call really did a number on Thug, because this is one of the only calls where Thug is actually taking to Twitter to write a paragraph about it. So Thug took to his Twitter page to respond back to the call being leaked.
We already saw all of this in one of my last video. I actually want to get to the part of him on the interview, so we're gonna skip to right here. If you want to see me talk about what's on screen right now with the tweets and the jail calls and things like that, I have a different video on Stanley Live that's up right now that's addressing that. I want to get to the point where they're talking about the interview. That's more so what I was here for, because that's the parts that I don't know.
Go away. But trying to fight all 20 at the same time, almost like 99.9% of the time, result in a defeat. Even though Thug announced that he's done talking, he's done addressing the situation, that doesn't mean the people who don't like him or his enemies are done as well. Because during this interview, Thug name dropped a lot of people, and those people issued their responses today. So one of the people that Thug, I guess, addressed or responded back to is Ralo, because like when the news first dropped that Thug may have been snitching or the interrogation footage, Ralo had his things to say, calling Thug divisive, calling Thug an enemy to Atlanta, and calling Thug a rat. Well, during this interview with Big Bang, Young Thug responded back to Ralo, and he claimed that he has 100% proof that Ralo had all intentions of taking a stand and snitching on him and YFN Lucci.
Bruh, I was at the thing I don't like about what Ralo said is, why is you painting that picture knowing that I'm the reason a lot of niggas fooled each other? And the DA just painted the same picture. That's police shit, bro. You can't get on the internet and say, fuck, you really divided the city. How? How the hell did I divide the city? I brought the city together.
That's what I'm saying. I'm making a point when you said, how could Ralo do that? I'm showing you how he could.
No, because I done had conversation with him too.
Oh.
I done had conversation with Ralo too many times before he read it. I done had too many conversations with this boy. I wasn't even tripping on him writing because it don't got nothing to do with me. I'm mad that you did what wrong because I looked at you like a real nigga. It don't got nothing to do with me, so I ain't tripping. I ain't gonna fuck with you, but that don't got nothing to do with me, so I ain't tripping. You see what I'm saying? We gonna speak on the real facts. We ain't gonna speak on what some could be. The real facts is you have paperwork where you're saying,
dang, he just took off the glasses. Oh my gosh, this is the most real, like, I've never seen Young Thug this serious. All the interview clips that I've seen have never been this serious, so this is my first time, okay? I didn't even know it got to this level. This is straight eye contact, okay?
Yes, he said this. Yes, he said this. Yes, he do this. Yes, you got paperwork on you.
Where paperwork at, though? He got a big ass book that ain't in that book.
Bro.
Where the paperwork at?
Bro, this nigga got so much shit sealed. And listen, bro, I don't even care to do all this type of shit in the interview. We
can fast forward then.
Man to man.
Yeah.
Ralo, I don't even give a fuck about who he told on. I know 100% he was gonna take the stand on me and Lucci. I know. That's the fact. On my freedom. On my freedom. That's a fact right here. On my freedom. Fact. He agreed to get on the stand on my case.
Say what, though?
Whatever he knew about me and Lucci beef, if he knew something. He ain't know that. He was in jail done that the whole time we beefing. This is
so different from me because I know nothing about street politics.
Yeah.
But dang, I didn't know that. Shout out, or not shout out. Do I shout him out? I don't think I shout out anybody here, but shout out, bro. Shout out Ralo Rodriguez, bro. You got some fire songs too, gang.
Bro, you just in there bitch just trying to get out of jail. You lot of us some punk ass head ass.
Oh, that's why he might be going back is because of Ralo?
Sit down. Like, you did all this extra shit, this extra talk, bruh. I know for a fact you are gonna take the stand on my case and Lucci case.
I'm not saying it's not true, but here's why it's hard to believe. Ralo was arrested about 3 to 4 years before YFN Lucci and Young Thug was arrested for the RICO. So there's multiple scenarios here. Ralo, who was in jail and about to be released, said, hey, I will testify against Young Thug and YFN Lucci if you let me out of jail 3 to 4 months early. I don't see that happening, bro. I don't see anybody trading and like getting out of jail 3 to 4 months early to being labeled a rat. Like, I don't feel like anybody is trading.
Because if he took that hypothetical 3 to 4 month like leap in where he doesn't have to serve that time anymore, it would be detrimental for his next 3 to 5 years of life. Like he wouldn't even enjoy the fruits of getting out 3 to 4 months early because he wouldn't be able to make money off music like that. He would get the black ball of doom. He would that. He might as well wait the 3-4 months, not be able to snitch, and then be able to enjoy his life and make money when he gets out of jail because he will still be perceived as ARN. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I see what he's saying. That doesn't necessarily make the most sense right here.
Those 3 months for a rat label. Yeah. I don't feel like that's the case, okay? Or the Ralo get locked up and he said, hey, listen, man, okay? Him being unsure of how much time he was going to get, say, hey, listen, I will cooperate against Young Thug and YFN Lucci if you don't send me to jail. Could that be it? Probably, right? Maybe. But for me to believe that, I would have to see black and white in paperwork. And if you don't have the black and white in the paperwork and you're just talking about what you may have heard from a lawyer here, maybe this lawyer here, maybe Fannie Willis, but we know, you know, like the police lie.
Right.
Because if you looked at the Young Thug interrogation, they told Young Thug that Pee Wee Roscoe was snitching on him. Thug said, hell nah, Roscoe ain't snitching.
Right.
So we know the police lie all the time. We know the police can lie. Right? We know the police play these games to turn you against each other. So if the police tell Thug, hey man, Ralo was trying to testify against you, how could Thug verify this? Or did Thug just automatically see, man, Ralo has been accused of snitching already, so maybe they were telling the truth 100%. But Ralo will respond back to Young Thug, and here's what Ralo had to say.
It is 100% impossible for 2 defendants with the same exact lawyer to testify against each other. I had Brian Steele, Thug had Brian Steele. I had Drew Stanley, Lucha had Drew Stanley. So tell me how the fuck did I testify against 2 niggas?
Also, this is not Rilo Rodriguez. This is not Rilo Rodriguez. Different Rilo.
Same as that lawyer. This is 100% a conflict of interest. You ain't got to take this shit from me. You can go Google this shit your damn self. So this is the lie that you've been calling the streets telling wham and dumb, and they believe you without seeing any paperwork. And paperwork is law in the streets. So you telling me I went and told the feds in June of 2018 about some state shit that was finna happen in 2024? Make some shit out of this shit, people. Tell me how. You went in that interview lying and crying. I ain't did nothing to none of you niggas. Either you hang or you been misled, nigga.
I've never been in prison, so maybe I'm the wrong one to assess this. But if I had to make like a, yo, you got 20 seconds to decide, who do you believe, Ralo or Young Thug? Just straight instincts. I kind of believe Ralo, right?
He sounded more like sure and passionate and factual with what he was saying. That's why I would lean towards what Rilo was kind of saying. Thug kind of seemed like he not all the way knowing the full processes of things in comparison to Rilo, who's literally talking about the process of state court and law. Like he's literally talking about the judicial system and how things are put in place while you're going through court. So
to me, makes a little more sense that Young Thug claiming that he has 100% proof that Ralo was going to take the stand, but Young Thug don't got the paperwork to prove it, right? So that's why I'm taking Ralo's word for this right now. And if you read the comments, a lot of people is also siding with Ralo in this situation, okay? Now, Young Thug also spoke on Woody during this interview. Now, I'll be real, Woody responded back, and Woody is pretty upset at what Young Thug said. But when I heard what Young Thug said about Woody, I don't feel like Young Thug said anything too crazy about Woody, right? Like, I don't feel like Young Thug said something about Woody that I believe Woody could or should take as an absolute insult.
They thought he was gonna get on the stand and say, yeah, shit.
They banking the whole case on Woody.
Yeah, he was the lead. He was the lead. Them folk was in shambles when that nigga acting like he wasn't gonna testify. Remember the first time he got in there on the stand, he like, goddamn, man, I ain't testifying. The judge like, you sure? He like, yeah, I ain't testifying. Take me to jail. I sit in jail. But when they order you to get on the stand and you don't get on the stand, it's 2 things can happen. You can get locked up until the judge want to let you out. You can get locked up for 21 days, or you can get locked up for the duration of the trial. Whatever trial you involved in, you can get locked up. So normally trials be 5 days. So if a nigga get on the stand in a normal trial and don't agree, he'll go to jail for 5 days. Cause you gotta get out of jail once the trial is over. But this case, he wanted to do it.
2-3 years.
Right. He like, but this shit gonna be another 2 years. I gotta sit in jail 2 years.
That's a
He
video. That's
wanted
not
it.
me.
I ain't testifying. I lied. So he got locked up. Remember, he was locked up for like 4-5 days.
I ain't never really heard you say no bullshit about Woody though.
No, because not even to speak on like a certain community, Woody like take medicine. Woody like, you know what I'm saying? He throw it off a little bit. He off a little bit.
Reason why I didn't take what Young Thug said as dissing. Now, maybe Young Thug's intention was to sneak this with the.
Nah, I know he probably said that for like some good reason or whatever. But the way he got to it and the way he said it, that just made me laugh. I don't know why. No, I do know why. Cause why are you? He said no, cause Woody, he like, that's a certain community. Like he take medicine a little bit. Like that was funny, bro.
Medicine comment. And most people will be upset if you say that they take medicine.
Yeah.
The reason why I don't think it was dissing is because I think it's true, right? We all look at Woody and we say, yeah, Woody is probably off a little bit. Now, I think Woody is smart.
Right.
I don't think Woody is a dummy.
Right.
Right? But I think Woody, is a little off his rockers. He's a little special. That's not me insulting him by no means, because I actually got love for Woody. Like,
right.
I like Woody.
Right.
Yeah, but like, okay, when you look at Woody, do you believe that Woody don't take medicine? Do you believe that Woody functions and operates just completely himself, or do you feel like he has to take medicine to maintain his equilibrium, right? Let me know. But Woody would take offense to this, and Woody would respond back to Young Thug, I guess mentioning him. And Woody's entire purpose or stance during his response is he doesn't believe that Young Thug is taking accountability. He believes the only reason why Young Thug is doing this interview or speaking the way he's speaking is because Young Thug currently realizes the tide has changed and people have turned against him. So he's only doing this for sympathy. But when Young Thug was like the wizard, when he was at the top, when he had everybody's support, Young Thug was doing things that was detrimental and harmful to everyone. So when Young Thug says, man, I don't hate Woody, I haven't bothered Woody, Woody is claiming that's cap. Right, you're not bothering me now because the tide have changed against you.
Foul guy, the responsible person, bro. When y'all niggas know right is right and wrong is wrong, y'all look for any reason to forgive Thug. When Thug about this on himself.
When he was Max Prestige.
Thug about this on himself. Nigga, we don't care what nobody had to say. The nigga only feel bad because he losing. When motherfuckers feeling like people, they go to playing victim. They go to goddamn trying to use the reverse side. No, nigga. You get on that damn podcast, talk about on retard. You know not to mention me, my nigga. I ain't everybody else. I ain't gonna just be quiet. Nah, bro. I ain't just gonna sit there and be quiet. DK put his life on the line for you, nigga. You know what I mean? Slow up put his life on the line for you, nigga. Yeah, gotta put his life on the line for you, nigga. You call a nigga snitch. Hey.
Is this his own streaming setup? It's something about like it just threw me off. I didn't realize, man, streaming really took over like rapping. Woody's a rapper, right? I'm glad that there's more lanes for them though. You know what I'm saying? I feel like rap was like such a saturated space and now there's just more options and I'm glad to see everybody doing it. If not one, then both.
But let me tell you something, bro. You know Yet lied.
Yeah.
You know Yet lied.
Okay.
You know he ain't had nothing to do with what happened. So why you calling Yak a snitch for that? Why you calling Yak a snitch when you know that nigga lied, bro? A snitch is a nigga that go in there and tell the police the truth and get the police a conviction, my nigga. But these niggas lied, bro. But you went in there and said what you said. You want everybody to look at what you said as a lie, but you want everybody to look at everybody else as a snitch. But it hurt being called a snitch. You see how I feel, but you want everybody to still call everybody else a snitch and forgive you. Nah, nigga, fuck that. You ain't taking accountability. I ain't letting it go. I don't care. Y'all who want to forgive him, go forgive him. But let me tell you this. He ain't had no sympathy when he thought he was king. He ain't had no mercy when he thought he was king, y'all. When he thought he was king and he bigger than the world, he didn't care about this. We would just throw away clout. So Thug called you slow and crazy because you really was stepping. Now, Thug called me slow and crazy because he watching the social media. He looking at the internet, reading the comments.
So that's not even real.
He see what people are saying about me. And he say, oh, so let me just take that route. Woody slow. So you got to discredit him. Let's go discredit him. You can't, because I go breaking things down that the ordinary can't.
I think people hear medicine and they automatically go to slow or stupid. I think Woody is very smart, but is Woody 100% normal? I don't think anybody who views or sees how Woody operates will say he's normal per se, right? Like,
I don't want no smoke with a nigga named Woody, bro. If he want to be perceived as normal, hey, that nigga normal as fuck to me, boy. You got it.
Isn't Woody's reputation like he was like the serial killer in Atlanta? Like he was like the most.
And that's who you're trying to contradict? Hey, everything Woody just said on his interview and all that was 110% correct, my dog. Yeah, no cap. You know what I'm saying? Hey. And he is not joking.
Dangerous man in Atlanta before all of this took place. Usually when you're somebody who's that prone to violence or was committing that much violence, you usually have something not normal going on with you, okay?
Right.
But y'all let me know in the comment section, man. What do you guys think about this, man? All right, do y'all?
I think this is too much rap politics for me. I feel like I don't know enough about trench or street stuff. I wish I was able to sit here and connect dots and scheme and stuff, but I'm so detached from the situation. I gotta, I guess, learn more. I just gotta learn more to be more into it. If you guys have any idea or more so than I do about what's going on, then please let me know down below in the comments. I would love to hear your opinions. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye. Peace.